This is day 32 of Forge Keyboard updates every day until the product ships. Today, we're going to talk about compound chording, which is a powerful new feature already available in beta. Most of the updates up until now have been focused on hardware development, but this is the point in the journey where things get really interesting. Because what makes the Forge ecosystem so amazing and so powerful is not everything that's happening on the outside, but rather what's happening on the inside. This chip module is called Chording Engine, and it runs CCOS, which is the first operating system built for intelligent keyboards. On average, an ordinary keyboard has about 100 possible inputs or so, where a keyboard running on Chording Engine can have billions of possible inputs. So imagine if somebody told you, oh, you're only allowed to talk one letter at a time now, HOW space ARE space YOU. That probably sounds ridiculous, but that's been the standard in human-computer interaction since basically the typewriter was invented in 1867. But with Chording, because you have billions of possible inputs just like your speech, you just think, how are you, rather than having to think about every individual letter. And not only is that more efficient, not only is that faster, but it's less of a mental load and it just feels more natural. And that's really the only way that you can achieve true digital fluency. In this new update, which is already available in beta on the Chording Discord, you can now not only have billions of possible inputs, but you can link different inputs together in any possible combination to get a completely unique output. Because the operating system is embedded inside of your device, you don't need to download anything on your computer in order to use it. So yes, there is a web-based manager where you can use a GUI to beautifully, graphically configure your device, but I'll show you a very simple example of here, or how I'm going to create a compound chord. So let's do a chord for www.forgekeyboard.com. And then it's going to ask me what it wants my input to be. I'm going to say my chord for website first. I'm going to shift enter to say that I wanted 2 inputs for a compound chord rather than 1. And then I'll do my chord that I already have for Forge Keyboard. So now, of course, I already have Forge Keyboard, I already have a chord for website, I already have chords for www.com and other common stuff like that, but in this case now all I have to do is do website, Forge Keyboard, and it's going to extrapolate to exactly what I just typed in that generative text menu there. So we're so used when somebody asks us for something like, oh, what's your work address or what's your work email, that there's a step involved where you have to recall that and then spit that information out in chunks. But when you have an intelligent peripheral like this, once you've really learned to communicate effectively and have true digital fluency, there's not even a recollection step. It's just built in. There's an instance response. You'll have an answer before the question is even finished. And there's a lot of instances, whether for accessibility purposes or just for pure efficiency purposes, where communicating in this way is so much more efficient even than vocalization. So I think a lot of people are underestimating the incredible potential of this. Thank you so much to everyone who's already backed Forge Keyboard. Looking forward to sharing another update tomorrow.